Hey there, and welcome in to this reading. So, shoot, I just realized I don't have my timer. So I'm trying to be good about how long I go on rambling with these readings so I can upload them to YouTube um, more quickly, but also so that you're not sitting there like hearing me go, and thinking through. Okay. So today we're just going to do another Owning Your Personal Power spread, general collective energy read. Okay, so timeless. This is a timeless read for whenever it comes across your feed. And reminder to only take the parts of it that resonate, leave the rest. Basically, we're going to go through these three sort of sections in the spread for whoever's energy I might be tapping into or whoever this resonates with, okay? But first I just want to go ahead and clear the energies. I'm out here in the tarot tent. It's been a beautiful day so far, lots of birds, and yeah, let's go. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. So, what is your personal power? That's the question that we're going to start with, okay? What is your personal power? And what that means, or the way that the context that I'm asking Spirit to answer this in is, how are you meant to impact your world? And so that's a big question, right? But I don't mean the whole world. I mean, maybe, you know, you may be somebody who's going to impact the whole world. But what I really mean is your world around you. The people around you, the people you interact with on a daily basis, those who you just come across randomly, so let's identify your unique personal power. How are you supposed to uplift? How are you supposed to help? How are you supposed to guide? How are you supposed to impact those around you? No, that's too many. We just need one, please, Spirit. Just one. Thank you. Acceptance, starry night. Let me show you the card. And let me make sure I'm actually showing it to you well. What I get from this is a very visionary energy. Obviously, the face on this card is looking up to the stars. There's a certain wisdom here. And I think this is a dream catcher as well. So yeah, I'm getting a very native seer, Native American seer, medicine man, wise man energy, wise woman energy. And a certain, with the way that these trees are sort of hugging and coming up from the bottom here, it feels a very grounded knowing and acceptance of a mission that is grander. So when we look out into a starry night and we see the vastness of that expanse and how many stars there really are, especially if you've ever looked out in big sky country where it's really dark and you can really see all the stars and all the galaxies and all that stuff. There's a certain wonder there, but what I'm getting from this card is a grand mission. So that's pretty big. What I'm getting from this is your whoever is watching this message, you're meant to impact not just your world, which is something. It's funny that I stumbled over that at the beginning, and I contextualized it by saying just your world, the people around you. When in reality, this feels so much bigger. It feels like whoever I'm speaking to, you've recently accepted a certain role that you're going to play, in which you enlighten and you bring awareness to the grandness of our universe, the scale of our universe, the immensity. But I also go back to this vision. You've accepted the call, but you're a visionary in some aspect. I want a little bit more information here. Do we want to use this deck? Yeah? Okay. let's have a little bit more clarity about this personal power, of this visionary acceptance personal power. I'm also getting like seeing beyond what's directly in front of us in terms of energy. Being able to see beyond color, beyond borders, beyond lines, imaginary lines that we have in this matrix, to sort of, okay, maybe your personal power has to do with unifying and bringing unity to, because I keep getting this idea of like seeing beyond and seeing vastness and having a vision, a forward-thinking vision, a higher perspective sort of vision that you get at looking at the night sky. But I'm then getting like what is that called? A concentrating of that, and a bringing that back down into earth, bringing that back down into something tangible. Interesting, very interesting energy. Thank you. Gratitude. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, here we go. Holy shit, that's awesome. Okay. So this is what I was seeing. The way that the light of the stars almost, right, is being brought back down. It's raining down. And you're part of this. You're part of like maybe drinking in that cosmic wisdom and then bringing it back down, filtering it back down, raining it back down to earth. Very interesting. Gratitude and acceptance. And I'm seeing 41 add to 5, and then we have gratitude as a 6. So there's a certain chronology that needs to happen. There's a certain organized algorithm or set of steps that needs to be followed. Perhaps you're aware of this. I have no idea whose energy I'm tapping into, but it's very cool. It's giving me like otherworldly cosmic vibes. But I also get, I don't want to put a religious tone on this, but what I'm also getting is a humbleness. In your vast awareness, in your vast wisdom, you sort of know it's not even your wisdom. You're a channel. You give gratitude to that wisdom and you let it sort of flow through you rather than say, hey, this is my, divine insight. You understand that everything that's happening here is literally one star in the entire galaxies that you get to sort of view from your visionary standpoint. Do we want another card? No, not from this deck. What's holding you back? I guess we'll do two each. Yeah? 2 each. So, that's a pretty big personal power to be able to sort of download cosmic wisdom, download higher perspectives, higher vantage points, different ways of seeing things, and then gracefully, with gratitude to where it came from, dispel, rain down, share that knowledge and enlighten people. That's a beautiful thing. It's almost giving like preacher energy, right? But without the religious overtones. Just like if you think about like motivational speakers, a lot of motivational speakers speak about topics that they've experienced themselves. But there are also people who are they have a highly advanced vision, or they're visionary people, or they have, they're spiritually guided in some way where their knowledge is helpful to everybody. It's unmatched. That's what I'm getting. That's awesome personal power right there. What might be holding you back? What might be preventing you from stepping into this? Did something good? What might be preventing you from thriving in this visionary energy? Balance with the dragonfly. And dragonflies to me, lots of blue and purple here, yeah? Dragonfly and what? And the pansy. Dragonflies to me symbolize an etheric realm, a realm between realms. Okay, the way that they can sort of flit and fly and move with such exacting direction, but also grace. It's otherworldly. Especially if you've ever seen them hit an angle while they're flying where they sort of go invisible, or they zoom away so quickly out of your sight it's like they disappeared. There's a certain magical element and between realms element that I get from the dragonfly. But what this question, or what this card is meant to sort of answer, is what's holding you back, and that's balance. Okay, and I'll show my nerdiness for a second. And perhaps resisting starting over, but we'll take the card that comes out, right? Showing my nerdiness for a second. I don't know if you can see these dark areas, and sorry for the knocking in the background. That's definitely less than desirable, but also being done intentionally. On the wings of the dragonfly, there are these little black areas, and what I learned, because I'm a nerd and I love biology and stuff like that, is those are actually weights on the dragonfly's wings that they get to manipulate, sort of like the flaps on an airplane. And so you can imagine that if something landed on one of those weights, like a spider web or a raindrop, how that would take things out of balance and then change the way that the dragonfly is even able to fly in the air, right? It would cause an imbalance. And so I think that's what this message is coming to say, is that even with a dragonfly who literally flies all the time, there's a very particular and important balance to the hardware, right? To the machinery required for flight, even though every flight they take is effortless and or looks effortless, and is like flying is like breathing to them, right? So again, what might be holding you back is a lack of balance, and what I'm getting here is a lack of balance in the way that you choose to express this knowledge. And so whenever the word lack comes out, especially in a reading, people tend to take that energy on as something they did wrong, and that's never, or I shouldn't say that's never, that's not always the case. And in this particular instance, I don't believe it to be the case. I think what this is coming to sort of say is perhaps you weren't able to express, or you didn't have a channel, or you didn't know how to bring this wisdom down. You've accepted that this is your role, right? You've accepted that you have this wisdom and this higher vantage point, but you just haven't found the best way to express and share this wisdom and this knowledge in a way that it can be graciously accepted and put into action, in a way that allows your energy body to flow in the way that it should, in a balanced way. Okay, so what I'm really feeling here is, if you have all of these downloads, if you're a psychic person or a spiritual person, and you have all these insights and you want to share them, and they just keep coming and coming and coming, and you don't know what to do with them, it causes a blockage, right? It causes a backup. So perhaps you are this person, right? If this message is resonating with you, and you don't have a means to express yourself, you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have an Instagram, you don't have people that you can share this wisdom with, maybe you need to start journaling, right? Maybe you just need to start recording videos for yourself. Whatever it is, there's sort of a need to express with the blue here. Yep, and then we just got a nice little horn confirmation. Anything, that seems pretty clear, but is there anything that I'm not seeing, or that this person, whoever's seeing this message for the collective, isn't seeing that might be preventing them from fully embracing this cosmic wisdom. Thank you. Creative ingenuity with the spider. Passion flower. 2. With the number 2, I'm really getting the 2 of Pentacles in the tarot deck, which is a guy sort of juggling 2 coins. And the spider. Ingenuity, creative ingenuity. What I get from this is, what might also be holding you back is you believe that there's a certain way that this information needs to be shared. You believe that there's a certain, because maybe like, let's say you're Native American, right? And let's say you have information to share that's similar to like the Hopi prophecies. And in the past, that information was only shared around a fire with your family or something like that. What this card is coming to say is you have a choice, and you have the ability to choose the way that this message is delivered. It doesn't have to be like it was in the past. It doesn't have to be that channel. It doesn't have to be in that energy that it always was expressed. And this is coming in the what's holding you back section. So what I'm understanding from this is you might, especially from the white in this card and the white in the passion flower as well, you might be in your head. You might be stuck in your head trying to make everything perfect, trying to make it so that when you do share this information or this knowledge, every T is crossed, every I is dotted. And in doing so, you might actually be stifling the flow of this information. Because trying to make everything perfect, if the spider tried to make this web perfect, you can see where there's areas where it ripped and there's little repairs or whatever. If they tried to keep it perfect, they would miss the opportunity of, you know, catching a fly up in the corner. Or every time the wind came through and broke a section of web, they'd be more concerned with fixing the web than, you know, finding a mate or whatever else spiders do. Okay? So what I'm understanding from this is the creative ingenuity is your own desire to have perfection, your own desire to have this grand creative solution, rather than to just let it flow. Okay, so there's a balance needed between the mind, right? The mind that is logical, and then the mind that is also downloading this knowledge and this information and is trying to parse it up so that it can be spread in such a way that it's understood. So I understand that that's a difficult task, and so it sort of also needs to be handled on a case-by-case basis is what I'm getting to, because if you want to talk about a specific topic, but it's a very geometric, right, or visual topic, the medium for that might be different than if you were just going to give us a lecture about something that people can hear and understand without having to see. Okay, so I understand the struggle, but there's passion behind wanting it to be a certain way, right? But these 2 cards are coming out to say, find the balance in perfection and imperfection. Because there's so much gratitude that's going to be shown to you for sharing this information, that the form that it comes out in, whether it's the same every time or it's different every time, it doesn't matter, it will still be appreciated. Okay? I just want to see if anybody's here and how long this has been going. So I just noticed that my battery is getting low, so I'm just going to try and speed this up just a little bit. And what do we want to do? How can you own your power? How can you own your power? Do we want the crystal cards? Okay. Actions that you can take to fully embrace your unique energy to grow and prosper with this personal power, with this wisdom. Okay? Action steps, please, Spirit. And of course, because I'm using a crystal deck, the crystal energies that come out will also be helpful in supporting this power of yours. Yeah, holy shit, there you go. Lemurian quartz. So I'm not going to sit here and try and give you the background of quartz crystals and Lemurian quartz in particular, you should definitely look them up if you have any interest in ancient times and ancient wisdom. But it's said that Lemurian quartz hold ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom. They've been placed, especially Lemurian seed crystals, they've been placed in certain locations for people to then use to download that information, to download that knowledge and share it. And so that's very fitting, as well as the fact that all quartz bring clarity and amplification. Okay, so what I understand from this is working with quartz will allow you to have the clarity of vision, to tap into those higher frequencies, into that energy. But also with this particular, let's say, temporary blockage that's holding you back, right? Lemurian quartz in general, with its ancient wisdom, will give you patience and will allow you to have perspective on the process, so that you can find that balance again, and so that you can allow these downloads and this wisdom to flow with ease, and be less concerned with, the format that it takes. So absolutely, if this is, if I'm speaking to you and this is resonating with you, you need some Lemurian quartz, and I can help you out with that. So reach out to me separately. But the real energy here is a certain sort of downloaded wisdom, and a certain energy of internal peace and patience that you'll get with working with these stones. And I don't remember where it came from, but it keeps screaming out to me, especially recently with how beautiful the sun has been, and the Lion's Gate, I'm sure. If any of this message resonates with you, it would benefit you to have a piece of clear quartz and to wear it on your body in the sun. Okay? I'm just going to leave that there. We can speak offline more about that if you'd like. But offline, oh my god, how corporate did that sound? Just actions, thank you, Spirit. One more crystal, actions to fully embrace your unique energy, this visionary energy, with gratitude, with balance. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. I just got the chills. That's beautiful. Take pleasure in the things you do. So what I just got from this is, this might not be your full-time job. You might be doing a 9-to-5. You might just have a whole bunch of wisdom in you and know that you should be sharing it. Know that you need to be preaching it in some way. And so what this sunstone is coming out to do, and whatever that noise is, just confirmed it. It's like, that sound is sort of like an alarm, like a wee 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 wee. It's sort of coming as an alarm to wake you up and shake you up and say, you have the inner confidence to do this. You have the support to do this from whatever higher power or source you believe in. And when you take the step to make this real, when you figure out the process through your creative ingenuity, when you bring balance into the way that you're supposed to share these messages, you'll be living the good life. You'll be able to take pleasure in the things that you're doing and confidently do them, and do them with happiness, right? And share this message and share this information with happiness, and with what I'm getting again is gratitude for the fact that you are the one who has been entrusted with seeing the information, seeing the vision, and sharing it and spreading it. Because this information is only information, right? Until it's put to use, until it's made into knowledge, right? And what I get from this is the information that you have to share can fundamentally change humanity. Holy shit. Can fundamentally change the way in which we impact and interact with each other. Wow, that's deep. So it's needed information. And what I'm also getting from this is there's a certain energetic vibration, there's a certain frequency that your body has to be resonating at, that your mind, your heart, your soul has to hold to access this information, and it's very difficult for you to get there, or it would be very difficult for you to get there if you weren't enjoying what you were doing, if you weren't taking pleasure in what you were doing, if you didn't have this gratitude for this role already, if you didn't have this inner knowing, right? So this is a very beautiful message. I'm sorry for the knocking in the background. Hopefully, you guys get it and resonate with it if you've listened this far. Because this is a general, collective, timeless message, I do want to give just a little bit more context and confirmation for whoever that might be seeing this and saying, wow, most of this resonates, but I'm not really sure if this is me. Let's just get one or two signs, please, Spirit. This is a reading that is up on my website or will be up on my website shortly. So you can buy a personal reading where I wouldn't pull a sign at the end. You would know that this message is specifically for you, okay? Because I would have tapped into your energy or your guide's energies, right? Okay? So let's see. This might be for a Pisces. Yeah, very dreamy, emotional, psychic, visionary energy there. An Aries. Oh, I didn't realize Pisces and Aries are chronological. And a Capricorn. Capricorn keeps coming out. So you might, if you've been watching all these lives that I post, hi, I see you coming out. But no, this might be a message for you as well. Okay. So a Pisces, an Aries, or a Capricorn. This could be in any of your big three, right? But I'm pulling them for sun signs for the most part. So I hope you found this message helpful, interesting. If you did, please give it a like or a comment below. And have a wonderful rest of your day.